Welcome to the DGen Damage Podcast. Me and a bunch of friends get together to talk about various topics ranging from MCU movies, TV shows, and phases to the Halo franchise, lore, and the TV show that's going on, as well as going as far as the mental health we've had once a month. As a community podcast, you can expect nothing to be held back with our cast of degenerates. Live podcasts take place on Twitch with the username MityMidJT26, then heading over to video and audio sites. The topic of the podcast we'll be diving into today will be Moon Knight, episode 1 of 6.
Is what it touches on. Okay. It is going to be a fucking busy night for me. I did not realize how busy this is going to be.
Oh.
I got to go and run to Walmart at 9 with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the shop playing some Commander, and I didn't want to leave because the game was just like so good. All right, this guy had a deck that was designed to like play shit out of his graveyard for free, and I just kept board wiping and board wiping. It got to be too expensive for him to cast this Commander. So I ended up killing him by destroying all his creatures while he had a curse on that said every time a creature goes from the graveyard to the battlefield, you take 1 damage. I killed that many of his creatures. And then the other lady had like 73 life, and I had an equipment that when you paid its activation cost, it said, until end of turn, this creature gains when it deals combat damage. Opponent loses the game that took damage. So she had 70 life and still lost the game. Alright. Their communications are done. Plug my fucking phone in. Let it charge. This new phone is actually really good. I'm liking it a lot.
Nice.
And it didn't cost me anything for the upgrade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mikey is live.
Here we go. Alright, I've got the notification up in the Discord. I've got you here. Ollie's going to listen in but not be here, so that's fine.
Didn't work.
Right. This whole thing was for him, no. I'm really excited. Hey, Sheep!
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing? We've got a third.
Sheepert.
We've got a third.
Sheepert.
Yep, watched it Thursday.
Oh, what'd you think?
I'm completely lost, but I'm liking the action and the direction it's going.
Alright, so maybe this will be able to help you out. This podcast should help you out. So before we get this going, alright guys, this is episode 1 of our Moon Knight. I'm not going to call it a breakdown, okay? We're just going to call it our Moon Knight adventure, because we're doing more than just breaking down Moon Knight here. I'm actually going to use this as an opportunity to elaborate a little bit more on the mental health issue that Moon Knight deals with that makes him so unique. Like, there's less than a handful of characters, good and bad, in the Marvel Universe that suffer from dissociative identity disorder. All right? Which is what Moon Knight has, which is the simple layman term for it is multiple personality disorder. All right? So, Moon Knight was abso-fucking-lutely amazing. I love how they brought stuff together, but before I throw my 2 cents in, I want you two to throw your 2 cents in. Okay, she will be right back. So we'll start with you, Kelly.
About what I think of it, or what?
Yeah,
what do you want?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's super interesting, and it's intriguing. Because it starts off as just a person, and you can tell something is weird because why does he chain himself to the bed? And why is there sand in his house? And why does he tape things? And then it builds on it, and it comes together as it goes, as the show does. But you still don't know what's happening. But I already knew ahead of time that he had this because we've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that makes it a little more exciting because it's like, oh, you get to see it form, and I mean, you don't get to see how he becomes it at least yet, but it's showing him realizing it, and I think I think it's interesting to watch. It's in general his discovery that he is someone else, and just trying to think of like the mindset of that. Like, how would I was trying to think at the same time, like, how would I even take that? Realizing that I have a second life that I didn't know about this entire time.
there's
That's crazy.
there's technically four, but I don't know if they're gonna touch on all of them.
Right. From what I can tell, as of now, there's at least three for counting him. That's what I'm counting so far.
So where's this? So you have Steven.
Yes, which is the idiot, as they
Yep.
call him so far.
Yep. And then there's
And then
Mark.
yes, which is the Moon Knight, I suppose.
Yeah. So who's the third?
The third is this. It seems to be this mummy character that you see. He sees in flashes.
No, that's not a personality.
Well, it
I was
talks
like,
to him though.
It's Kantu, the Egyptian god of the moon, where Moon Knight gets his
Right.
powers. So it's not a
Yes.
personality. It's essentially
That's
that's
just
Moon Knight. Okay, that's where
okay.
Moon Knight's suit and powers come from. Is this deity?
Okay.
So it's a good thought, a good little fun theory to play with. But no, it's not a personality. I was surprised they actually showed Kantu so early in the show.
I thought it was funny that they in that hallway as he's getting closer, it's only just an old lady at first.
So, but
Yeah.
continue, Kelby, if you have more.
Um, I'm good for now. Mom's watching it right now, so I'm watching out of the corner of my bedroom and just kind of gathering as it goes.
Yeah. All right.
Right now, she is at the part where he's waking up in like the new area. First time him waking up as someone new.
What were your
Yeah.
thoughts on it, Sheep? As someone that doesn't know a whole lot as well about Moon Knight, you really weren't really grasping things. What did you enjoy out of it?
Mm. I get it that he's like a simple guy at first. They show in the beginning he's just trying to live a life, and then that question where it's just like, weren't you vegan? And she asked you out to a date for steak. It like kind of like shows the inklings of like what's happening here. Like, how did I get her to go out with me?
Mhm.
And the fact that he has to keep himself awake because he feels like he loses his own body if he does. And when he throws that cube into the air, he ends up waking up in, I guess, another part of England. No,
He's in the
not
Alps,
sure.
is what it looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alps. Yes.
yeah, just
Which
waking up and he's
is
just like, "Hi."
where? Where's the Alps?
I have
Is
no
that
clue.
close?
No. The Alpine mountain range. No.
No, I'm like, well, I mean, it'd be somewhere between 1 to 2 days because he's missing 2 days.
Yeah, it's overseas for sure.
So,
Well, remember he
and
was
how?
gone for like 2 weeks actually.
Hmm?
The
Yeah.
date was 2 weeks ago. That's
Yep.
what she said.
Yep. Yeah. He was over in Europe.
He's doing some shit.
So what's really interesting to me about this, and one of the reasons why I was really hoping Ollie was going to be in here, because pretty sure he picked up on it, is in the Jesus phone. Oh my God, phone. Hold on. Why are you making noises without my consent?
Whoa.
In the comics, the main personality is Mark. Mark Spector is the Steven.
Like,
I
I get
remember
what you
a little
mean.
bit.
You're reversing.
Yep.
They reversed it here.
But and then Steven in the comics, he is the multi-billionaire with daddy issues.
We don't see that here at all. At least so far.
Yeah, no, but I get why they switched it. God damn, all this stuff is happening while I'm doing this.
Yeah, like I kind of was looking at the Rockstar video. I didn't finish it, but the the Batman
Yeah,
similarity.
yeah. So essentially, they just called him the more brutal version of Batman. He was Marvel's Batman, and I think they made Steven the plain Jane dumb guy just to take away from that comparison. But like in the comic books, Mark is the main persona. He doesn't know that Steven or the others exist until later in the comic series, and which is kind of the crazy thing about multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity, whichever way
Hmm.
you know it, is each personality is in fact its own person with their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own morality code. All right. And they showed it very well that most times a transition as it's called, happens during times of great stress. Okay, so
Yes.
there's you'll have an aggressive personality, which is Mark. He's the protector. So when things get really frightening and he senses that their life is in danger, like he comes out and he protects them. You can have a personality that is just very shy, reserved, and shuts down completely, and like that can come out when emotions start to get really, really intense, like super depressed. Boom, this personality comes out and shuts you down, and now you're just this numb to feelings human being. And sometimes you have a psychopathic personality trait that can come out, and that's where like murder investigations get really fucking crazy, because how do you try someone with dissociative identity disorder? Because technically, the main personality doesn't know at all times what the other is doing. Like when they switch, they are an entirely different person. So like when Steven is Steven, Steven becomes Mark. Steven doesn't know what Mark is doing. Mark doesn't know what Steven's doing.
Now that does beg the question of, okay, so in this part, the beginning, he snap or no, before he snaps back to Mark, he is told to give the, I can't remember what it's called, but the little stone thing
The Scarab.
to the guy, and he won't do it. He's trying to, but he can't.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that? If
That's
he if
that's
he doesn't know what
Cantu.
he's doing,
That's Cantu.
okay,
Look at this Kanto.
that's
Yeah, that voice that you're hearing. So is again, Cantu is the Egyptian moon deity, god of the moon. All right. So in the comics, Mark goes to it's a temple or a pyramid. I can't remember which one. Maybe it was a temple in a pyramid, but finds this scarab thing, grabs it, and gains the blessing of Cantu, which gives him the powers to be Moon Knight. But because of his dissociative identity disorder, instead of like constantly being Moon Knight, constantly having control of Moon Knight's powers, it's split between, in the comics it ends up being four different personalities. I don't know if we'll see all four. I think for sure we'll see three, because I've seen trailers where the rich version of Moon Knight shows up, and that's supposed to be Steven, so I don't know what they're going to name him, because they have Steven being the plain Jane dumb guy.
yeah.
Um, I think Ethan Hawke did an amazing job as the villain. I can't remember his name,
Oh, him.
but in the comics, the villain that he's playing right now is an absolute nobody. You see him in a couple of frame in one comic. You pretty much see him in one comic, and Moon Knight fucking beats him almost to death. Like not a threat in the comics at all. And now here he's sitting with Amit's blessing. We'll call them blessings for now until they further identify what they are. All right, because so I'm surprised you didn't touch up on that. Like that scene in the square when he grabs old lady's hands and just says, "You are no more."
Yes, I was gonna ask about him. Um, but
So
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
interesting. I was just gonna ask. So So she does it to the man. He's good. He lives. He does the woman. She's bad. She dies. Does she die due to a power, or does she die from one of the other guys? I didn't really see
No, it's for
because he touches his hands and says bad, and then but he didn't die. So that's why I'm a little
no
confused
he
on how his power
the
operates.
first guy. So he has the tattoo of the scales. They're the scales of Anubis that Anubis used to judge the souls of the damned, and your good and bad deeds were weighed against that of a feather. All right, so if your bad deeds outweighed, uh, God, I'm not really good with it with Egyptian. All right,
Say it's the past, present, and future.
yep, yep. So essentially, what happened with the man was judged to be good, past, present, future, good, got to live. The woman, however, was right where she had been good, past and present, but apparently future she does something really bad because he used Amit's powers to drain her life.
And my question is to why did Stephen not be
Because
drained?
my assumption is the dissociative identity disorder. All right, with each person being their own unique individual, while Mark may have failed the trial and had his life drained because Steven exists and is his own person and has been shown to be just a guy trying to exist. He's not causing problems, he's not getting in people's ways, he probably helps out when he can, how he can. All right, that would be a counterbalance to Mark's trial. So like, but they're unique to themselves, but in one body. So it's probably throwing the scales off. The scales can't judge because of the multiple personalities.
Scale did go down. It said he was bad, so it did judge. It's just nothing happened to him.
Well,
No,
no, he actually said, I think it was a scene where he just there's some chaos you have in there.
Yes, there's some chaos
because the
or,
scales
or
went
something.
down, but it also went like if you were paying attention, it didn't stop moving, not even for a second.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe that makes more sense as to why there's chaos because it's good. It goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause if he
Okay,
was marked for death, it actually turned red.
Mm-hmm.
right.
I was, honestly, this the series initially going in makes me think of that movie. What is it, 20 or 23? Where it's the people get stuck at a motel thing and they're slowly dying, and in the end, they're all the personalities on birth on the same day, and it's the little boy killing them all.
Oh, the one where it's got all the like, were they clones or identical twins? But there's like,
They're born on the exact same day but different years
yeah,
inside of the mind of a serial killer.
okay, it sounds familiar. My favorite witch demands a kiss. Well, I've never been one to do things when demanded, so.
Oh, I also just noticed something here. We're at the scene where he's sitting at the steak place and she's not there, and he gets the call.
Mm-hmm.
Now she calls him Steven instead
Mm-hmm.
of Mark. So that means Mark did that for Steven,
Yes.
which just kind of shows a little something that he's Mark. This Mark character is not a selfish one. He's there. He is there to protect him, but also he's trying to help him,
Mm-hmm. So,
and he's self-aware of it. So that's interesting.
that's what makes dissociative identity disorder so absolutely incredible. Is even with what we have, the knowledge we have on it,
Mhm.
it's still nothing. It is so
Yeah.
complex. It is so. I love it. I love reading about it. Everything contradicts itself with the information that we have, save for the fact that the personality switches, the transitions, are triggered by either intense emotions, stress, or randomness sometimes, okay? The biggest case of dissociative identity disorder, the person had, it was like 37 different personalities.
Yeah.
So it very well could be that I firmly believe that the protector trait, no matter what version or what way they're protecting, everything they do is to make sure that the main personality stays like safe and unharmed and is okay. So like it makes sense that Mark would set up a date for Steven.
Yeah. And then he gets him a new fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he is taking care of it.
So I love the jackal scene. Where we're in the bathroom and Steven's finally realizing that there is someone else there in his head, that this is a real person. Like it is it goes from the jackal acting all big and tough to you just see it trying to get the fuck away.
Yeah, that was.
Where'd it come from? How did
Ethan Hawke's character summoned it. Remember, Ethan Hawke's character also, we're gonna, like I said, for the sake of lack of terminology, we're gonna call it blessed. Okay. So Ethan Hawke's character has been blessed by Amit. Amit was essentially the pet of Anubis, the Egyptian god of death, and Amit ate all the souls that were condemned, the ones that did not pass Anubis's judgment.
Yeah, the head of a crocodile, the lion, the hippopotamus legs, no sé.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So Ethan Hawke's character does, in fact, have his own powers and abilities, and I'm assuming the summoning of the jackal was one of them.
I don't answer this if this is gonna spoil the future. But do you know anything about this Layla character that's all on the phone?
No, I do not. I know Mark Spector in the comics had a couple of people that he worked with. I know the other name in the phone was it was a foreign mercenary that partnered up with Mark on jobs.
Okay.
I do.
Duchamp?
Yeah, Duke Champion or something like that. But I know.
Yeah.
I do not know if Layla. I feel like for how many calls were there? Yes, she's important.
Yes.
Important how? I could not tell you.
My first thought was almost like significant other, but like that would be hard to manage.
Well, I mean, Mark Spector in the comics had a love interest. I just don't remember her name. So, it'll be interesting to see how they start pulling stuff together in the second episode, for sure.
Yes. I'm excited. I want this to be not just a 6-episode thing. I want this to just keep going.
I mean, yeah. It's kind of interesting the whole they're bringing the Egyptian gods in.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Miss Marvel, I don't know if it's gonna be surrounding like, what was she again?
Sorry about that, guys. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. No, neighbor brought my package over. So where were we?
The Egyptian gods, how they're delving into that. I wonder if they're gonna delve more into that because of the whole Eternals thing.
I don't know. I have a feeling they're definitely going to dive more into the Egyptian gods, because in one of the trailers you see the Inet, which was the core 9 Egyptian gods. just my shirt.
Maybe, like maybe even the avatars that they might be holding.
See, that's a thing I hope happens. Oh, it's my shirt. Awesome. They kind of reference it a little bit with that poster in the gift shop.
Oh yeah. How he mentioned that there's only 7, but there's actually 9.
Yep. And then if you look at it, one of them that's on there shouldn't even be there. Like I think he even mentions it.
Well, that's the thing too. Well, I haven't looked into it, but I mean, I don't want to say too much because it's through the point of view of Steven. But he could also get things wrong because we haven't seen Mark's perspective.
Right. I'm hoping that's what we'll see in the second episode is more of Mark. I hope they don't make Mark more of a sub character. That the only time you see Mark is when
He has to fight.
yeah. Oh shit.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Especially since I've been catching up all the Marvel stuff. I'm just wondering now, what's gonna happen next?
So I really feel like Moon Knight is going to tie in more on the spiritual side of Marvel. So like with Blade and Morbius. Hey Andres, how you doing? Bio, how you doing, beautiful? It has been a busy day. My shirt came in. You guys don't see my shirt? I'm so excited. My waffles came in. You see
My
that?
waffles?
Yeah, the Army's version of the Marine Corps' ECWs.
My waffles.
They're graded for Arctic temperatures.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it does get cold where you're at. Yeah.
I got one for me. I got one for Bio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Do you want me to grab yours? I can show yours off. Hold on. Okay. You there, hon? Here is.
What?
Here's yours. It's all good, Andre. Thank you for stopping out. Can we get a shout out for Andres, please? And one for Bio.
And for me.
And one for Kelby.
Just kidding. I was just fucking around.
They're very comfy. Very, very fucking comfy shirts.
Oh, buddy.
You'll
Here,
sweat.
buddy.
You'll sweat in them for sure. All right.
Sweat your tits off.
I was going to say, we can always try to put Kelby's YouTube out there.
Do it.
No one's going into it now. It's maxed out. The amount of people who are willing to put up with it have already put into it.
If we get Kelby to 200 followers on YouTube this month, I'll do a $100 giveaway.
No, I get $100. The giveaway goes to me.
Poor Kelby.
No problem if it works, but like, there's no way.
You hear that,
We've
guys? He
already
doesn't
tried
think
this,
you
and
can do it.
hasn't-
He doesn't think you clip that, put
don't.
that everywhere. Him saying he doesn't think
I
that we
don't.
can get him to 200.
I don't think you can. I think we're at 17 last time I checked, and it's been there for several months, hasn't moved. So I think we've tapped
Kelby.
out here.
I like to Kelby. You're talking to Mity.
I am. I stand by what I said.
Figure out a way.
All right, drop
Yeah,
the link.
still 17.
Sheep, get the link. Drop the link.
Like, yeah, I could believe that maybe like a couple more, maybe like 4.
It's okay, Kelby. I'm gonna make
I'd
a
say
believer.
4 more people.
Oh, everybody's got a water buffalo. Yours is fast, but mine is slow. Oh, where we get them, I don't know, but everybody's got a water buffalo. I took my buffalo to the store, got his head stuck in a door, spilled some lima beans on the floor, cause everybody's got a water buffalo. You just betrayed me.
I think this podcast died somewhere.
You just betrayed me. Kelby, we sing
I
that
did
together
not
all the
betray.
time.
I know.
You just betrayed
I
me.
know. I did not. This is not what this podcast is about.
It's we're just gonna jump back and forth. That's what's gonna happen here, okay?
Actually, I should finish up this podcast. Finalize it.
Do you have any more questions about Moon Knight? Any more comments?
I'm practically brain dead because that's all I had really. Like I'm interested to see how the Egyptian gods play into it and all that.
Well, they're for sure gonna have a huge role, for sure.
That's all I got for now. I mean, it's only the first episode.
What? Why am I a dick this time?
Oh.
No, your woman
Your
is
face.
yelling at me right now, and I've done nothing.
Oh. What did you
What'd you
What
do?
did you do?
I don't know.
I mean, I mentioned that I'm teaching her Minecraft. I don't know if she's talking about that.
You know, like holding him too long.
I know what? No, I don't know. 110%. So if you could do me a favor, she hasn't had it for a while. If that's what it is, she hasn't had the sword for a while. So if it's the mod thing, it's been that way for a while now.
Wait, you offered it to her.
If it's not the mod thing, you can fucking slow your goddamn roll, get off that fucking horse coming at me like that.
What pony?
Girls are together.
What I was trying to get at though is would we all want to play Minecraft?
I said it last week.
Eventually, yeah, I don't see why not. This fucking woman.
Me and her have a
I
world.
don't fucking
I'm
remember
sure.
ever giving it back to her.
You do. You don't deserve it. Dang, Paladin. What is this?
So, I don't see no reason why we couldn't play Minecraft eventually down the road. Gonna go drunk yell at some bitches now. Okay, you have fun, hon.
I was about to say the one thing Mity said he wouldn't do, he's doing.
This is more of a like I have fun, but I don't think it's a game you'll ever see me stream by myself. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was say, I can imagine it because you get bothered with it being quiet. Carnage.
I still haven't watched that. Wait, is it out yet? Did it come
Yeah,
out?
you can
Did
actually
Carnage
buy it
come out?
now.
Jesus Christ! I completely forgot about it. I'm like, oh shit, did that come out?
Yeah, it's been out already.
Where can I watch it? It's not on Disney Plus. Is it? It's not on Disney. I guess it's not owned by Disney yet. Is it?
No,
No,
Still,
by Sony.
still Fox or what the fuck ever had it?
It's not going to any streaming platform.
Why? What a bunch of assholes.
Well, because Sony doesn't have their own platform.
Like what? Do they not want to make money? Like
Sony's still holding on to fucking movie theater profits and DVD profits.
Mm-hmm.
get off their high horse there, bud. Give your ball a tag. Shit fucker.
I'm waiting for Paladin to realize what happened.
Java is for loser. And then a Hawkeye, and then I'm done with this video.
I don't know where Moon Knight's gonna tie into the big picture for the MCU yet. Because while he's an awesome character on his own, like he doesn't really go up against anyone really big and bad.
Good.
Mhm.
You know,
Maybe. I don't know about enough about him yet,
I
actually. He just
think
seems.
I think if they bring the Defender series into the MCU, then maybe we could see him. There's talks that they're bringing. They're gonna do a movie or a series with Moon Knight, Blade, and I think the Black Knight or Morbius, and it's gonna be like a Dracula thing.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, Dracula in Marvel actually is a pretty formidable opponent.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I've watched the old school ones and I've watched that animated one, so I'm down for whatever Blade has to throw.
All right. Can I get someone in the Tiny PP Club to go let Envious know to put that where it's supposed to go? I think the grow your business is where he needs to put it.
Is it done?
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. Have a good one, Andre. Um.
2000.
But like in the animated series, when they when you see the Avengers go up against fucking Dracula, it's nightmarish. Like you get a Hulk turned vampire.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah. The Marvel's Avengers Assembled cartoon series on Disney Plus.
Yes, please. Sorry about that.
No, you good. We're just
Um,
we're just kind of bullshitting right now.
I'm just thinking about this. Hulk with vampire powers. What is he gaining other than a disadvantage where he needs to drink blood
And
and flight, and he gets flight, I guess.
no, he doesn't get flight.
Okay, so he just has to drink blood. But he already runs faster than a human. He jumps fast, jumps higher. He's strong as shit, and he regenerates. He doesn't really age. I'm not sure if Hulk ages actually, but what is he
No,
gaining from this?
Hulk ages. It just takes him a longer to.
Okay, okay, so then he's immortal. You just made him a little bit stronger.
On well, yeah, I guess I have to go back and watch that episode. You make a good point because I don't know if he
Wait,
gets
what?
the same mist powers that Dracula has, or the turning into a bunch of bats that Dracula has.
Yeah,
Like,
that or like mind control. I mean, that would be an advantage I could see, but I don't know if he gets that. I don't know if Hulk can stare at
Butcher?
something long enough without hitting it to mind control it. I don't think he would need mind control. You probably just stare. You just tell someone to do something. He'll probably do it because he's the whole.
Because down the road, Hulk eventually changes his name to Maestro or Maestro.
Maestro?
Maestro.
Why? Did he become culture? A gentleman Hulk.
Hello, computer algorithm. How are you? I'll call you A. Thank
What?
you for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn motherfucking shit show.
Juliana. What?
Juliana.
Is that your name that you're typing us to us? Because your name is numbers.
Um, where was I? Okay, so Maestro actually ends up like eating almost every single hero and villain in his timeline.
Okay.
Yep,
Why?
he ends up because he ends up keeping the rage of the Hulk with Banner's brain, and then decides that he wants to rule the world
Why?
because he can. That's literally the reason he does it, is because he can. Because no one
Because
can stop him. So
you get to that point, you're just like, yep, I can do it. Fuck it.
it actually takes one of the Hulks from a different timeline showing up and beating him and killing him.
Hmm.
But up until that point, no one could defeat Maestro. He was the ultimate in villains. It was a canon too. It wasn't even a what if the Hulk lost his shit and decided that no one can stop him, so he's gonna take over the world. It was the Hulk decides that he's gonna take over the world and be the overlord of Earth.
Hmm.
And like at this point, he's basically killed every single living being on Earth. So when you find him, it's just him out in the desert.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm like, Banner must have went crazy because if he is as smart as people say, he would have known that this is a bad outcome.
If you think about it, logic is a comic book character's worst enemy.
Okay. Or greatest strength
Don't think about
for
it here.
lack of logic,
I said comic book character, not hero, not villain, just in general, okay?
right?
Because Tony Stark and Hank Pym
Uh-huh.
wanted to make it so that nobody had to fight a war again. So what did they make? Ultron.
Uh-huh.
Alright? And then Ultron became sentient, and by his logic standards, decided that the only way humans could protect themselves from themselves was to make them all robots. Or to eventually that evolved into if I kill them all, they can't hurt themselves.
Hmm. You can't feel pain if you're dead.
Then Maestro. Oh no, that wasn't logic. He just did it because he wanted to.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was pure impulse.
I'm hungry.
Go eat.
No, I don't think he was commenting on the topic. I'm hungry. Go eat. Okay, Dad.
Yeah.
uh,
Okay.
We. Why is the we Japanese? The we should be French because we.
I
That's
mean,
random. It's not about
we is
it.
French though. It's French for yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But we is from like the we like the console
Oh,
is Japanese. So I'm like, well, shouldn't it be French then? Because it's we.
we can go with that. We can pretend it's that.
Except that would be spelled OUI. The WII.
Mm-hmm.
Still doesn't spell we. Thank you.
Ugh. Let's do. We can dual podcasts. Have either of you guys watched the Halo series yet?
No, I have not.
No, I have not.
You guys
I've been meaning to.
need to watch
I'm
it.
so busy.
I understand.
I only remembered to watch the show yesterday because Sierra said something. I'm like, wait, I have a podcast? Like, yeah, the Moon Name. Oh shit. I should probably watch that.
Yeah. Oh God, I need to get some people together for Halo, because it's so good. It was so good.
I saw a thing about the scene in Hawkeye and not Hawkeye. Winter Soldier and Falcon. You know the scene where he bashed his head in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they censored that.
Yes.
They took it off. And then they took it back. And they put it back on. So and it was right before the Moon Knight came on. Like, really? You're gonna censor that right after putting Moon Knight in?
The scene in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
They censored it.
My guess is that it was probably meant to be way gorier than what it was.
I mean, they censored it recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what they would do except for like take the blood off the shield. I don't know, or maybe just skip the scene. I have no idea. But I haven't seen the censored version. I just heard about that they decided to censor it, and then I heard that they changed it back. So I don't know what they're doing. Or maybe it was just all talk. I don't know.
Ooh, that's gonna take a while.
All right. I have to start getting ready.
Or
So I've got some more running to do tonight.
okay.
But I appreciate all y'all for coming, hanging out. We're gonna go. We're gonna go raid my girl. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So
Yeah, and
everyone's.
I'm excited to see what comes next in the show, and I'm excited to talk about it. So
I am
I'll see
excited
where
that
it
you're
goes from there.
excited about it. Like 110%. There haven't been a whole lot of Marvel stuff that's popped up that you've messaged me. We're like, dude, I fucking love that.
Yeah, it's because like it's not like it's been bad lately, but it hasn't grabbed my attention since WandaVision, honestly. So yeah, I'm happy that this is like, ooh, that's interesting.
All right, guys, you will see this eventually up on YouTube. Wherever you see this, leave a comment, message me what you thought about it. Ideas for future podcasts. If you want to be in on one, message me. I'm more than happy to bring people in. I just want to make sure that you either watch the shows or know your stuff so that we're not dragging your ass along on this. I will catch you guys all.
That's it.
I'll catch you guys all later.
Before we let you guys go, we here wanted just to say thank you for the support, whether it's through bits and subs on Twitch or just simply hanging out. And if you enjoyed our content, you can use our link tree, MityMidJT26, to follow all our other social medias to keep up when new podcasts or other videos appear. Mity also wants to give a special shout out to Ollie as one of our regulars on the podcast, who has been seen streaming lately. You can find him on Twitch with the username of Ollie160501. And with that, guys, we hope you enjoyed this podcast for Moon Knight Episode 1. Wherever you may find this video audio at, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever it may be. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Later, guys.